Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog his Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot'em down store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Squire Skimp's attempt to enlist Lum's aid in the healing racket that he and Prince Ali Kush are operating was unsuccessful. However, by threatening Lum with the defrauding an insurance company charge, the Squire has confronted the old fellow with two alternatives. Either to help them get money from intended victims of the racket, or to reveal the fake healing plot and go to the penitentiary on the insurance charge. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jot'em Down store trying to help Lum make his decision. Listen.
Granny's, I don't know what to do.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Lum. Fact is, since you told me the prince is a fake, why, I just don't know what to think about nothing no more.
Yeah, I never seen things in such a mix-up in my life.
Worst in the world.
I know what I ought to do. Or go right over there and warn Grandpa Masters and all these other folks he's been trying to get to let them cure him that he's a fake.
Well, you know what the squire said. If you do, he's going to have you sent to the penitentiary for defrauding that insurance company.
Yeah, he's the one that ought to go to the penitentiary.
Why, sure.
Had me send in a claim for a broke leg, and then when they sent the check, I endorsed it and told him to send it back to him and tell him that I didn't want the money, and be dad blame if he didn't cash it and keep the money himself.
Yeah, but you ain't got no proof of that, though, Long. Long as they got the check back with your name on the back of it, why, they'll think you got the money.
Yeah, it looks like the squire's got me any way I jump.
Yeah.
And I have to stand back and see him and that fake prince cheat everybody in town that's got any broke bones out of their money.
Well, they're getting them all lined up. They're going to have another big meeting down at the schoolhouse and heal them all out in public again like they done you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about a half a dozen they got lined up.
Has Grandpa Masters turned over the $300 to have Grandma's broke hip healed up yet?
No. You know how stubborn that old man is. He says he wants to see it dead first.
Well, good. Good for him. I hope he stays with it.
But Miss Davis has given the $50 to heal her little boy's arm.
Oh, my goodness.
And that feller from Olden, that Les Chase, I believe his name was, brung his paw over here with the broke collarbone, paid him some money.
He did?
Yeah, $100, I think's what he give him.
Oh.
I tried to get him not to, but he said if an honest feller like Lum Abner said he got healed, why, that was good enough for him.
Did he say that, your name?
That's what he said.
And is that just like sticking red-hot irons on me? An honest feller like Lum Abner. Aye, Granny, that settles it. I ain't going to stand back and let such as that go on. I'm the most guilty one of the whole bunch. Fact is, I'm the cause of it. My mind's made up. I'm going to tell everybody the whole truth.
Well, now, I'd sort of think this over a little first, Lum.
No.
That penitentiary staring you right in the face.
I don't care what's staring me in the face. I'm going to call up Grandpa Masters and tell him, and then I'm going to call Miss Davis and everybody else that's aiming on having the prince cure him and tell him he's a fake.
Well, now, wait a minute now, Lum, before you
Tell
go...
him I'm a fake, too. Go home and pack my clothes and head out for Little Rock to the penitentiary right tonight.
Well, they got to try you in court first, Lum.
I don't want to hang around here and wait for no trial. I know they'll find me guilty, so I may as well just have them lock me up and they can try me and send word over there and let them know how long to keep me.
Oh, now, you're just getting yourself all excited,
No,
Lum.
I ain't.
Well, now, there might be some way out of this.
No, sir, my mind's made up, Abner. Quick as I get done calling, I'm going right over to the place and pack my valise.
Well, I'd think it over first. I don't much believe you'll like it over in the penitentiary. Uncle Zeke Powell, he got a hearing from his boy that's over there, and he ain't at all satisfied.
I don't care. I hope they put me in a dungeon. I'm the cause of this whole trouble. Well, what's Grandpa Masters' ring? I'm going to call him up right now before I change my mind.
Well, now, Lum, now, just wait a minute now.
What's his ring, Abner? Don't argue with me.
Short and a long and a short.
Short, long, short. My mama had me singled out for the President of the United States.
Well, Lum, you ain't did nothing unhonest.
Hello, Grandpa. This is Lum Abner talking.
Don't have to pack a valise.
Oh, I ain't feeling so good, Grandpa.
They get him clothes over there.
No, it ain't that. I just... Well, I just got something to tell you.
Type it, so.
Yeah, I understand that Prince Ally Cush, or whatever he calls himself, is trying to get you to put up some money to cure Grandma's fractured hip. Well, don't do it. No, sir, he's a fake. Yes, he is. He's a fake.
Hearkened to I told him.
Oh, he couldn't cure nothing. Why, Squire Skimp told me himself, for one thing. Well, he never cured my leg, though. It weren't broke to start with.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'll tell you the whole story some other time, but I just wanted to tell you not to pay the Prince or Squire, neither one, no money. Well, don't thank me. I'm just as guilty as they are. Yeah, drop by and I'll explain the whole thing to you.
Well, he won't be here going to the pen.
All right, Grandpa. Not at all, not at all. Goodbye.
You oughtn't to have done it, Lum. You oughtn't to have done it.
Granny, I feel just 1,000 times better already. Like a big rock had been lifted off my chest.
Yeah, but they're liable to tell the whole town about it, Lum.
I hope they do. That's just what I want them to do. I want the whole town to know it. The whole thing started when I told you to tell Sister Simpson I broke my leg so I wouldn't have to take her to that party down to the schoolhouse. And if a feller can get in this much trouble over that, it's time to call a halt to it before it gets any worse.
Well, I hope you know what you're doing, Lum.
Granny's now I can talk to folks without being afeard I'll let something slip. I can stand up and look 'em right straight in the eye.
Well, you sure spoiled everything for the squire now, I'll say that for you. He's going to be mad enough to bite whenever he hears you telling it around that the prince is a fake.
I don't care how mad he gets. This is the first experience I ever had getting mixed up in something like this, and Granny's, I hope it's my last one.
I do, too.
I just can't understand what enjoyment a feller like Squire Skimp can possibly get out of life living day in and day out lying and cheating.
No.
Never made an honest dollar in his life, I don't reckon.
Oh, never did. Oh, wait a minute. Ain't that the prince coming up out there, Lum?
Yeah. Granny's, I'll tell him what I think of him, too.
Well, he can't understand you, Lum. You can't speak Hindu.
Well, I'll say something to where he'll understand I don't like him. He can understand a fist shook in his face.
Well, now, don't start no fight with him now, Lum. He looks pretty mean to me.
Yeah, but I ain't scared of him.
Feller like that just as lief stick a knife in your back as to look at you.
Anyway, here he comes.
Yeah, look at him, smart aleck.
Salam alaikum pornisi chalponta.
Well, I can't understand that kind of talk, but I'll tell you right now, mister, we ain't got no use for you, and the quicker you get out of this store, the better it's going to suit us.
Just a minute now, pal. Don't get excited.
Granny, you can talk.
Don't give me that routine. You know I could talk. Squire told me about wising you up.
He told me you was a fake bone healer, but he never told me you could talk our language.
Well, it don't make no difference now anyway. I thought I might drop over and have a little chat with you.
Well, I ain't interested in nothing you've got to say.
No, sir. Trying to cheat folks out of their money. You ought to be horsewhipped and run out of town.
Now, don't get yourself all waked up, Grandpa. I come over here for a nice, friendly little talk.
Well, we don't
Be
want...
quiet, Abner.
Yeah. Now, that's better. We might as well be sensible about this little business deal of ours.
If you've got something to say to me, hurry up and say
Now,
it.
take it easy. Take it easy. Relax, chum. Relax. I don't like this racket no better than you do, see? But a racket's a racket. And while money ain't everything, I'm willing to settle for it until something better comes along. Now, as I see it, pal, we're all in this thing together. And we're all in deep. Plenty deep. So why don't you get wise to yourself and put the screws on some of these busted bone buddies of yours around here and have them cough up a little dough in advance. Who knows? We might even give you a nice little cut out of it, Edwards.
Get out of here. Get out of here, Dad blame it. Don't come around here trying to bribe me into helping you swindle poor old women and children.
Don't
Just
give
get
me
on
that
out of
sob
here.
stuff. You was the guy that got me to come down here and put over this fake healing racket in the first place.
Yeah, but I never knowed it was going to lead into nothing like this.
Well, you're in it now, buddy. And you're in too deep to back out. So you might as well work with us.
Well, there's where you're wrong. I've done backed out. I called Grandpa Masters a while ago and told him you was a fake. And I'm going to call everybody else in town you're trying to swindle, too.
Oh, a stool pigeon, huh? You know, there's ways to handle birds like you.
Why don't you get out of town and leave us alone? I give you $500. That ought to be enough.
Now, look, buddy, nobody ain't going to... What's that? $500.
Well, I give it to Squire Skimp to give to you. He said that was your price.
Hey, now wait just a minute. Are you telling me that you paid Squire Skimp 500 rocks for this job?
Of course I did. Cash money.
Why, that double cross. You know what? He only promised me $100, and I only got 50 of that. Why, that double dealing, no good chiseling. You know what? That Squire Skimp is crooked. Oh, wait till I get my mitts on him. I'll fix his healing racket.
Doggies, if you do, Squire can't send Lum to the penitentiary.
Oh, you mean for that insurance rap?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, don't let the Squire scare you with that. He's just as guilty as you are. And with his record, he's a cinch to be the one that's going to get sent up.
Wait a minute. Are you sure about that?
Sure. He's the one that has to worry. Now, look, Uncle, you just sit tight, see?
Well, wait a minute. Where about you going?
Don't stop me now. I got a little business with a guy named Squire Skimp.